Hello, my stitchy friends. How are you? It's so good to be here with you again. I'm Angie. I am the Tiny House Stitcher, and this is my channel about cross stitch. The last time we spoke was just before my 1-year Flosstiversary, and so I thought it would be a good opportunity to kind of reintroduce myself in case we have had lots of folks joining us. So I thought I would just run through really quickly who I am. My name is Angie, and I do live in a tiny house. It's 398 square feet, so not quite as small as you see on some of those HDTV channels or, Tiny House Nation, those kinds of things, but still quite small, and it's just perfect for me and Sophie Jo, who you will meet. Sophie is my princess and my ride or die. Here she is. Huh. Say hi. She's my snuggle bug. This is Sophie Jo. She likes to sit up on top of the couch while I'm doing my floss tube, so you might find her up there occasionally. Another part of my story that you will probably hear me refer to quite a bit is my kids. And if you've been following with me, you know that this last year was pretty rough for me. I lost my baby sister in July, suddenly, and I now have custody of her 4 babies. And we live out on a farm, so you'll hear me refer to the farm quite often. I spend most of my time there with them, and then I come home for a few days a week. And let's see, we lived there with my sister's best friend, Shayna. They had lived together, raising their children together for the last 7 years. So altogether, there are 7 kids in the house. So if you hear me talking about the kids, that's usually who I mean. I do have 2 children of my own who are amazing young adults, and I'm so very proud of them, and they keep me going day in and day out. So, with all that said, just wanted to kind of give you an update. If you hear me referring to things that maybe don't make sense to you, that's kind of where we are in life. I will have a personal update for those of you who have been with me, my tiny tribe, as I like to refer to you. Many of you have been with me through the most difficult time of my life, and I don't know what I would have done without you. So I think of you all the time, and I'm so, so grateful for each and every one of you. So big hugs to all of you. So it's been a while, so I have lots and lots to show you, tons to show you. So grab a drink, get comfy, and let's dive in, shall we? I think what I'm going to do is start with my finishes that I've had since we spoke last. And so with that, we'll start with Flosstube Friends. This is a round robin that I'm doing with the Bougie Stitchers, Jenny and Nancy, Mel with Stitch with Mel, Alexis with Alexis My Amazing World, and I'm forgetting someone.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Check your Wi-Fi.
Alexis trying to help me, but she can't. She doesn't know either. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. If I think of it, I'll tell you. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so I finished my first round, and really this was supposed to go out the door already, but I haven't done it yet. Everything's behind, every single thing. So this is my lady right here. Let's see if I can get a good picture of her. She's an older lady with gray hair. She's kind of frumpy. So I made some changes. And so this is what I came up with. And you see Sophie there. So I changed the pattern and made her a little younger, a little less, well, not less gray hair. I tried to do something different with the gray hair. I did like a blend with the regular color and a black or a brown, and I don't like it. So I'm going to rip that out before I send it off. But this is going to Alexis first. So I'm excited. That's what I have planned.
Check your Wi-Fi
Every time I say
connection
Alexis.
by going to settings.
I plan to get this out the door this week, so I'm hoping to work on that tonight. By the way, this is FlosStube Friends by October House Stitchworks. It is on 20 count Ada in the color Lavender Lilacs by Vintage Needle Arts. Jody, Trixie Tricycle. I'm so sorry, Jody. I knew I was missing somebody. So, I'm excited to have that done. Now, I have to stitch her 5 more times. So, I'm glad to have that one done. And then this one I had started the last time we talked. This is the Stitch Bag by Shepherd's Bush. And this is done with pearl cotton. And it was really interesting to stitch. I love the way it turned out. I'm going to put this back in there so you can't see through the bag. But this is how it turned out. So I did stitch this upside down. So I stitched with the opening below and I just turned the chart upside down. So it was easier to stitch it that way. And it worked out perfectly. I was watching Kathy Lounsbury, what's the name of their channel? So-and-so's, I think. And she actually did a running stitch all the way around. And when I had talked about this before, I was a little concerned about using this bag and the stitches coming loose. And so I think what I'm going to do is put maybe white or something like piece of felt maybe back there, and then do a running stitch like Kathy did. It looked beautiful. So I might do that. We'll see. But I do want to stitch this on a little bitty pillow for my dough bowl as well. So you may see this again. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah. Okay, I have a couple start in, well, let me show you this one first. Okay. I had started this one the last time I saw you. This is Seasons of the Heart by With Thy Needle and Thread, and I was working on spring. And it's got all 4, so I'm going to start summer next. But I finished spring. I did this one on 46 count. Overcast by Cedar River Linen, which I love so much. And you can see I changed the house to a purple house because my little house is purple, and purple is a spring color. And then I also went ahead and charted the word spring and put that in there rather than using the tags. So I just love this. It came out, this is the size it is compared to my hand. It's pretty small. So I'm excited about fully finishing this one. So pretty. This is a sal with Michelle Hudson of Sacramento, California. So I'll be starting summer next. And those were also, I might add, a lovely gift from a wonderful woman who I call my Stitchy Angel. She sent me some lovely kits and things like that last year. You might have seen that episode, but thank you, my friend. And then these, I mentioned last time on my last floss tube that I was headed to Texas to visit with my best friend. And I did that, and I wanted to stitch this to commemorate that trip. And so I did. This is Annie B's Folk Art, Such Friendship. And it says, such friendship we've seen these many years. My friend Jess and I have been friends for 33 years. And she keeps me laughing through all of the horrible things. And we balance each other out. And I don't know what I would have done the last 33 years without her. So I don't have my paperwork that tells me what color this is, but I did use the called for colors. And so this is my finish. Actually, I think I changed the gray to a little lighter one only because I didn't have it. And then I think what I'm going to do is either a flat fold or a pillow. And then I have a key charm that I'm going to put in this spot. And I had finished this same stitch a while back for a client of mine, Jane, and it came out so pretty. And so that's how she kind of enabled me to do this. I also changed this heart a little. I'm not terribly thrilled with the heart. It's, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the stitch. Rhodes Heart. It's a Rhodes Heart stitch. And I made it a little bit bigger than it was because it just wasn't coming out very well. And then I also changed all of these to Algerian eyelets. All of these little round. So, yeah. I'm excited about that one. It's going to be so pretty. And then, so that was a start and a finish. And then the last one is also a start and a finish. And this is from my market haul. This is Snip Snip by October House. Those beautiful scissors. And so I stitched this on a 36 count even weave that was dyed by me. And I completely changed the colors. I used my own colors and I used a lot of Etoile. So this is, the light's not gonna, there we go. That's a little better. So I used a lot of Etoile. I used some brown, dark brown Etoile here. And the stork scissors are in gold Etoile. And I think this is silver Etoile. And so I haven't decided which way I'm going to finish it. I know I'm going to make it a pillow, but you can make it like a super long pillow if you want to just do it as is, you know, like this. Or you can add a piece of fabric to the side over here and maybe a bow. Or you can add a piece of fabric to the bottom or top, but probably bottom for this one here, and make it a little bit longer, more square of a pillow. So I haven't quite decided how I'm going to finish it yet, but I love this one. I've been wanting to do this one, as well as the one, Kitten Stitcher has one similar that's a square one, and I want to do that one too. So maybe I'll put these side by side, but every chance I get to use a purple fabric, that's what I'm doing. I think it turned out really good. Oh, and I did leave Snip Snip off the top. You can't see it very well up here, but it says Snip Snip up here, and it's got a little embellishment. So I just left that off. So yeah, it doesn't show up really well in this light, but it looks beautiful. It sparkles, which is what I love. Okay, so those are my finishes. Now I'm going to show you my starts. And I do have some client finishes to show you a little bit later, FFOs. Not any of mine, but client ones for sure. Okay. And forgive me, I did not iron and I did not take anything out of the bags because it's been hard to get here, to get everything put together and get this recorded. So I'm trying to give myself some grace. This is from the book A Heart Remembers by Blackbird Designs. And this one right here is the one I'm working on, this little heart. I love the hearts. And this one, let's see if I can find it really fast and tell you what it's called. Or not so fast. This one's called My Dear Friend. And I saw Ryan Magai stitching this on a red fabric in one of our Across the Pond stitch alongs, and I just had to try it. So this is on a 36 count Edinburgh linen in the color Tango. So I have that center square done, and now I just need to do all of the rest. And I have completely changed the colors, only because I didn't have most of them on hand. So I love this. I started this on March 12th and haven't touched it since the first 2 days I put stitches into it. It's all that white stitching, you know. I'm hesitating, but it shouldn't take too long to get it done, and I will love it when it's done. Okay. This one, you may remember, I had asked my kids one year, they wanted to know what I wanted for Christmas. And I told them that I wanted them to go on 1-2-3 Stitch and find something that they wanted me to stitch for them. My daughter, of course, picked a Bella Filipina. I knew that didn't sound right. Mermaid, which we'll talk about later. And my son picked this one. Very simple. It's called Messenger by Firewing Designs. Really pretty. And I started this one on April 8th. And I was so excited when I found this fabric that I've chosen to stitch it on. Let me see which way is side up. This is called Witch's Sky by Fabric Flare. And this is where I am so far. I've just gotten a little bit of the wing in, but I have it so that he'll be kind of, I don't know, of sitting on the floor, but in front of sitting on the ground, but in front of a large moon. And I think it's going to be so pretty. I'm so excited about this one. I'm really enjoying it. I've only stitched it for 2 days, so I need to get back to that one too. And I'm doing that one in Classic Colorworks Belsois Grape Juice. Because red is his favorite color and purple is mine. So it's got a little bit of both. Sorry, there's a big old dog hair in there. Yeah, so I'm excited about that one. It's beautiful. I can't wait to see how it comes out on that fabric. Hopefully I've centered it all so it makes sense. We'll see. I'm a little worried about that. So that's for my son. This one is, let's see if it's in here. This one is my softball stitch. And I'm sure you've all seen it. I'm just going to flash it because it's a freebie. It's the Blue Flowers Christmas Hippo. He's so cute. So I just started him and I put him on, this is 32 count. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It just says BAS on here and that's not the full name, but it's a splash with white dots. Basalt, B-A-S-A-L-T. And I got it on 1-2-3 Stitch. And that's going to be him. So I did a 32 count so that I don't need the light in the parking lot or in the bleachers of the softball practice. So I'm excited about getting him done. I've been wanting to do lots of ornaments this year. So I have a few others in here that are going to be starts afterwards. Another start that I did on my trip to Texas, which was also a stitch along with Michelle Hudson of Sacramento, California. And it is Humming of the Bees by Blackbird Designs. It's so pretty. I love this one. I can't wait to get more done with it. I made a change. Shoot, I don't have it written down, but the two greens that it calls for were caper and pine needles. And caper and pine needles looked exactly the same to me. So I changed pine needles to Oscar, just so that it would kind of differentiate it a little bit. And this is how far I've gotten. Not very far. This was some airplane stitching, which was not easy. I did not write down the fabric for some reason. That's odd. I want to say it's 46 count. Oh, it's 46 count Overcast by Cedar River. What was the back? Cedar River Linen. So it's going to be fairly small. I love that. So pretty. This fabric is beautiful. So that's that one. I think Michelle's further than I am. I'm sure she is. And that was, oh, that was my birthday start. So that was the last day I was in Texas. I started that one. It was so interesting. We were in San Antonio, and on my birthday, which was my last day there, it was a Monday, we decided to go on the Riverwalk and go see the Alamo. And we walked up to the Alamo, and they were doing a big ceremony. And come to find out, my birthday, which was March 6th, was the anniversary of the final day of the Alamo. So it was so heartwarming to see this memorial of flowers everywhere and all the military folks gathering around. And it was just wonderful. It was a special little treat. I really enjoyed it. It was hot though. Whew. It was like 86 degrees in March. It was bad. I don't handle heat well. Okay, and my last start that I just started the other day. I started this on the 12th. Wednesday, I believe it was. And this is United We Stand. This is the new Blackbird, one of my haul pieces. And I'm going to do this one. I think it calls for 32 count, but I'm doing it on 46 count Duxbury by Fox and Rabbit. And here's what I have done so far. And I had stitched in all of this over here, and then I realized that I taped my pattern together wrong. So I didn't overlap it where that gray strip of 3 stitches is in the middle. So anyway, I unpicked that last night. I want to get the circle done so that I have a place to start from all the way around. So, and then the rest of this up here is for the sides. So I'm really excited about that one. I've loved it since I saw it. I was so excited when I saw it come out. The pictures come out before market, so I had to get it and get started on it. Okay, now for my whips. I have quite a few. This one, I don't think we've seen for a while. I pulled this out yesterday. By the way, today is Sunday, April. What is today? April 16th. Sorry about that. And I pulled this out yesterday, was our Across the Pond Stitch Along. And so we had so much fun, as always. We had about 40 people from all over the world joining us. We had folks from Switzerland and from South Africa and the UK, England and Australia, and it was just amazing. And of course, US folks and Canada folks, and it was so much fun. So if you haven't heard about it, I encourage you to go look on either my Instagram page or Marie with Stitches and Diamonds. We co-host that together. And there's also a Facebook group for people who want to have advance notification when the registration opens up. So I hope you'll go check that out. Again, it's called Across the Pond Stitch and Chat. And I hope you'll go sign up for the Facebook group and join us next time. We'd love to see you. It's a free event, and it's at 12 o'clock here in the US, well, at least Pacific time. And we have a whole list of the times across the country that it happens. So, and we're trying to find a time that works for everybody, but it's very, very early in the morning in Australia and very, very late at night in South Africa. So they've been kind enough to join us anyway. So I hope you'll go check that out and join us. Okay, this one is one of my favorites, Let Freedom Ring by Leela Studio. And this pattern calls for DMC. It has a couple of gentle arts that it calls for, but I wanted some variegation. I wanted it to really have some, maybe some age to it. So I did do a full conversion to overdyed cottons. And I'm really loving the way it's turning out. So my point was, I pulled this out for Stitch and Chat yesterday because I have the fill-in of the big part of the building you see there. And so I was able to finish this whole top floor of the pinkish color, the Calico Kitty, when I did that one. But I'm really pleased with the way this is turning out. It's so pretty. There is a little bit of over one. The writing is over one. But I didn't have any trouble with it. It just looks so pretty. So that is Let Freedom Ring. Got a few stitches in on that one. That one is on 40 Count Newcastle. It's a color number 1086 from We Will Die For You on Etsy. And this was my New Year, New Start 2022. So last year's New Year, New Start. So it's taking me a while. And I was telling the folks yesterday, I don't have any big, you see there's nothing on my walls. I don't have any big projects done yet. So I really want to focus on some of these this year and maybe get at least one done. But we'll talk more about that in my plans. Almost knocked over my coffee. This is Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. This is also a Sal with Michelle Hudson of Sacramento, California. And I finished the first one and I'm working on the second one. I haven't done a whole lot on this since the last time you saw it. This is another one that I did a full cotton conversion. Ooh. So here is my progress. So I think I've gotten this middle part and this part done since the last time you all saw it. That's a big house. And I believe all of this down here is snow. So this is like full coverage. This whole block is very close to full coverage. But I'm on my way. And I have decided to, I should talk to you about that too. So I have decided to change the format of this stitch. It's supposed to be 3x4. And if you've seen Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow, it's done 2x6. And so I was just going to kind of, do them in order, but then I got a comment from one of the viewers that was saying, you really should take a look at the whole picture before you start stitching it, because because of the contrast, I guess, because you don't want two full coverages next to each other, if that makes any sense. And so what I did was I took a black and white photocopy of it, because when you take a black and white picture, you can see much better the contrast with the naked eye, without getting into colors and all of that kind of thing. So I did that. And then I started moving things around and I was like, okay, this is perfect. And then wait a minute. This is a Christmas carol and it has the words in order on the blocks. So I also had to take that into consideration. So here's the layout that I left these the same way, of course, 1 and 2, because I've already started them. But then this one has some of the words, this one has some of the words. So I had to Google it because I don't know the words and figure out what order those blocks were supposed to be in so that they were still in order. These two both have words on them, but I tried to kind of, this is the only way it was going to work out. So now my only last thing that I'm thinking about is Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow has 2 Halloween blocks in it that I've decided I don't want to stitch. So that one is only going to be 2x5, not 2x6. So I'm considering taking these 2 out completely, but I haven't decided yet. And I'm going to try to design a similar header to the Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow, if that all makes sense. I may be biting off more than I can chew, let's be honest, but go big or go home, right? So that's what I'm thinking of doing. thank you to the gal who made that comment. I'm so sorry I didn't write down your name, but thank you for saying that, because I did not even think about that. And I think it's going to turn out better for it. The other thing, and I mentioned this on my last floss tube, is that for all of my big projects, I have purchased these little notebooks, and they're just really cheap little 3x5 little notebooks. And I've decided that for my large projects, every time I sit down to stitch them, I'm going to write down a little bit about what's going on in my life, so that when and if my kids inherit, I guess, these stitches, they can kind of look through and see what my thoughts were as I was stitching it, and what was going on in my life as they were stitching it, and maybe the problems they were causing me as I was stitching it. But no, my kids don't. My kids never cause me any problems anymore. They don't. They're wonderful. So anyway, that is Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow, which is a much bigger project than I initially anticipated. But when it's done, it's going to be fantastic, I hope. Okay, that's that one. This one I picked up, and the last time I stitched this one was StitchCon last year. So it was time. This is Hello Summer by Plum Street Samplers. I just love that eagle. And as I mentioned, I haven't stitched it in a while. I started it at StitchCon, June 10th, 22 last year. And it is on 40 count Picture This plus Tyco. And I'm using all of the called for colors. And here's what I have so far. So I finished the flag, and I did all of this greenery. I had this greenery, the eagle, and part of the flag done before. So I've gotten pretty far. I just have like half of the greenery to do still. That's all I have. And I've already done a spring one. If you haven't seen these, there are kind of two for each season. There's one that says Welcome Spring, and then there's one that says Spring Has Sprung, which is kind of like goodbye to the spring, I think. And then, so I think each one of them, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think each one of them has kind of two versions. And I'm just going to pick one version. I don't know that I'm going to put the wording on it. I think I might just leave them as is. And then I have a little tray, a frame. You've probably seen it. I'll show you sometime soon, but I'm just going to switch them out. I'll put magnets in it and switch them out of that. So I'm looking forward to having 2 of these done. Would be great, but it's already spring and I haven't fully finished the spring one. So let's be honest, maybe next year. So that was that one. And then this is one of my whip goes for this month. And I can't show you the cover because it's stuck to the inside of my vinyl bag. But this is Coming to America, The Women of the Mayflower by With Thy Needle and Thread. I love this so much. And on my last floss tube, I was talking with you a little bit about the traveling stitcher and the changes that she made, and they were just beautiful. If you didn't see it, and you're interested, I would encourage you to go back and look at my last floss tube. I had included lots of pictures of what she did and kind of talked about it a little bit. But one of the things that I had already planned to do was to shrink the names, because I didn't like the font. I didn't like how much of the piece it took up. So I reformatted, I recharted the names, and they are over 1. And on my last floss tube, I was a little nervous about how they were going to look. I only had 1 name in. So this is what I have done now so far. Oops. And these 2 are blue because these 2 are the ladies that I am descended from. The rest of them will be the same color. But I'm really liking the way they're turning out now. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going. They might be a little small. You might have to get close to read them, but that's okay. I think it's turning out really pretty. It's a lot of over one, and I do over one in a hoop because I think my stitches come out better that way. Otherwise, I am an in-hand stitcher and I use the sewing method. But for this, it's a little bit different. So this I started in April of 2021. So 2 years later, it's about halfway done. And it's on 40 Count Old Massachusetts by The Primitive Hare, I believe. And in the border, I went ahead and used the DMC for the green. It was Oscar's called for, I think, but I used DMC 3011. And then some of the birds, here, I'll unroll this. Some of the birds, because of the color of the fabric, did not show up very well. So I did go ahead and outline them, and I think they look much better. And the color I used for that was 3023. So yeah, it's coming along. I need to take it out of the hoop. I'm going to leave it out so I can take it out of the hoop because I don't want hoop marks. Okay, that's that one. Sorry, I'm putting everything away. It was hard enough to get everything together for this. I don't want to have to lose stuff and have to gather it all together again. Okay. So, the next two, Flosstube Itchy Nose. The next two are on timeout. I'm not speaking to them. And I'm very frustrated. And of course, they're both BAPs, which is big ass projects, in case you didn't know that abbreviation. This is Let Love Rain by Teresa Kogut. And this is just, I mean, we don't even need to discuss Teresa Kogut. Everybody knows she is a master. So, I started this, who knows when, because I can't find the little... I started this last year. I think it was, I want to say it was in August, somewhere around there. And because I don't have my card, I can't tell you what the fabric is either. I'm so sorry. I think this is the same one. Every time I show this, I can't find the card, and I haven't found it yet, and I haven't remade it, so maybe this will serve as a reminder to me to do that. So what I've done on this one, I have made some changes because I am a purple girl and there's a lot of blue in this. So I changed some of the blue and some of the yellow to purples. So you can see the flowers. I have changed all of the flowers except for the corners to purples. And then I put some purple in here where the blue was. So I'm keeping both blue and purple for these. Now, I went ahead and put the box in to start with, just to make me feel better that I had enough fabric and, you know, all of that. And then what I've been doing is I'll do some of the border and then I'll fill in that much of the, you know, the next section or whatever. But I started going down the side and I just thought, well, I'm just going to go down and put the squigglies in, so at least I know that's right. Well, it's not right. And I ripped it out already once, and it's still not right. And so I'm mad at it. I don't know what's going on. It's so frustrating because I counted, this is right. The square is right. I don't know what is going on. I'm so frustrated. So the squigglies are the devil. But I'm going to get it done. If it kills me, I'm going to get it done. It may take me 5 years. I may not pick it up. I may not take it out of timeout for the next year, but So, Let Love Rain is in timeout. Okay. This one is also in timeout. So, I mentioned earlier about my Stitchy Angel. My Stitchy Angel also sent me my unicorn chart kitted, which was Lady of the Flag. And I want to get my hands on her so bad, but I'm terrified of her. I am very intimidated by her. And so I thought I would use a Bella Filipina to practice on. And so this is the chart that my daughter picked for Christmas that year. And it is gorgeous, but it is my first fancy lady. Yeah. So I started this and I did a little bit. I started this right before StitchCon last year. Oh, I started it at StitchCon last year in the hotel room because I wasn't going to try to do it at the table. This is Pearl of the Orient Seas by Bella Filipina. It is stitched on the called for fabric, which is 32 count Brigid by Under the Sea Fabrics. And it is also wrong. So I can't even tell you where I discovered that it was wrong, but it's wrong. This is how much I have done. And so what I've done is I've made new working copies. And I'm going through them square by square, highlighting the ones that are right and the ones that are wrong. So you can see there's one mistake right there. I'm kind of glad that I did because part of the problem was, let me see if I can show you. I was referring to the chart for the colors, right? And there's a circle. Let me see if I can show you. Anyway, they're the black circles. So you can see the black circles right there, right? So I looked at the chart. The black circle is 310. And then I'm looking at it and I'm like, that doesn't quite look like a circle, but there's nothing else on the floss key for anything that looks like that. But hello, there is one that looks like that for the beads. So see this one right here? See that little bugger right there? It's like an octagon or whatever. Yeah, so I put in lots and lots of 310 that was supposed to be beads. So, like I said, I made a new working chart. I started going through it and highlighting everything that was right and the ones that were wrong. Luckily, so far, the ones that are wrong just need to be taken out. They don't need to like be replaced with anything yet. But it's frustrating. So, lesson learned about Bella Filipinas. If you're looking at the floss chart and it doesn't make sense, look at the beads. And I knew that. Hello. It's turning out beautifully. The other thing I was struggling with on this one was the Kreinik, because I've never used Kreinik before. I've used, some of the DMC metallic threads and things like that. But the Kreinik that it calls for is very, very thick. And it does not look right at all to me. So, we've had this whole conversation, and I had a wonderful viewer send me a couple of YouTube videos. Jan Hicks did one on Kreinik that was really good. And there was also an article on someone's blog about Kreinik. And I need to go back and look at that. I haven't, it's been months since I kind of talked about it before, but What I'd like to do is see if there is a smaller size Krynic that I can use 2 strands of rather than the 4 or 8, whatever it is. I think it's 8 that it has me using. So I don't know if that's a possibility. I haven't looked into it really yet, but that's the hope. I hope it's a possibility. We'll see. Okay, next is some FFOs that I have to show you. These are client FFOs. There are a few that I have some pictures of that I'm putting in right here that I did for my friend Michelle. And she has beautiful stitching, and I really enjoyed doing these for her. So I hope you like those. And I have another one that I have pictures of, and this was my first hem stitch. And this is the Mender and the Maker. I can't remember. I want to say Brenda Gervais, but I'm not positive who the designer is. Sorry about that. But I was very pleased with the way this turned out. It was a lot more time intensive than I expected, but she was kind enough to let me use her as a guinea pig. She trusted me, and I think it turned out really well. So thank you so much. You know who you are, and well done. Beautiful stitch, and I enjoyed it so much. Okay. And then I have one that is mine, actually. This is for an exchange that is extremely overdue, and I am so, so sorry. But this is going in the mail tomorrow. This is the Sampler Hair by La Di Da, and it calls for, I think, 32 count, but I did 36 count. It's blowing out. I've never needed one of those things before, but maybe it's time. There we go. He's so cute. So I did change the colors a little bit. I put a little blue button on him for an eyeball, and I put some stacked buttons for his tail. He's a little bit smaller than the called for. He has a blackbird fabric on the back. He's so cute. And so what I did, oops, sorry. There's a cord here I keep hitting. Sorry about that. What I did, because I knew this fabric was a little bit smaller and people have been having trouble turning this ear inside out, is I brought this down a stitch. Like I removed a stitch from here so that it just came, it's a little bit thicker in here than it's called for, just by one stitch. So it worked out really well for me. I didn't have much trouble, but I didn't do it the way it called for either. And I know Rain and I were talking about this one too. I think it calls for you to stitch it, hand stitch it closed, but I sewed this on the sewing machine and turned it inside out. So that one little stitch was quite helpful in my opinion. So this is going out the door tomorrow. It's so cute. I love it. I'm going to have to stitch it again for myself. Cute. And that one was stitched on 36 count Sumptuous by Fortnite Fabrics. I used the called for DMC, except I changed the house and some of the flowers to DMC 28. And I used number DMC 370 in the windows. So that one's good. Okay, now I'm going to show you these. I do not have the names of them. I'm so sorry. These are finishes for my wonderful client and friend, Pat. Pat has been waiting for these for a while too, so I am thrilled to be able to get these out. This one is so cute. This is like a candy corn. So cute. Look at that stitching. She did a beautiful job. She's got little beads for the eyes in here. Teeny tiny beads. So that one turned out really cute. I just put some cording on it. I felt like if I put anything on it, it would take away from the shape. If I put bows or whatever on it. So I just kind of left it. So that one's adorable. This one is another little pillow. My bow has a little bit of a kink in it, the way it's been sitting right here. So this is, I don't know what the pattern is, but it turned out so cute. She's got a little leaf up here. She's got some sparkly fabric in the broom. And so I just did some polka dot fabric. I put some cobwebs on the back, put a belt on it, as I like to say, and then just a black bow to match the kitty. And this is stuffed with both polyfill and lizard litter, or that's hard to say, crushed walnut shells. So that's that one. She did such a good job. The next one is this one. And it's just on a little dollar store pumpkin. Stands on its own. And I just put some raffia to cover up, you know, some of the dollar store. So that's really cute. Love that. And then we have, oh, I gotta take I still have the pins holding it still. Please hold. Okay, this one is, I believe this is a Prairie Schooler, and this one is so cute. So this is on a picket fence. I believe I found this at Hobby Lobby. Might have been Joanne. And so I just put some orange rickrack. I painted it to look a little aged. Orange rickrack, some bows. I put a little tombstone with a ghosty coming out of it, and some twine to hang it. So cute. I like that one. I like them all. I keep doing that. I'm so sorry. Okay, and then here's another. I believe this is also a Prairie Schooler. Yeah. So this one, I stained this board and put a board behind it with some fabric. I put this chenille on it, and then I put a sparkly black bow, and then I put some hanging chenille. It didn't quite come out the way I imagined it in my head, but I kind of like it. It kind of looks like snakes to me. I don't know. So Pat, if you don't like it, let me know and we can fix it. But I like it. That's cute. And I love all the purple. Okay, the next one is a beautiful little, why can't I think of the name of it? Flat fold. This is beautiful. I was going to say it's beaded. It looks beaded, but there are no beads on it. It's just gorgeous. She did a beautiful job. And I'm very happy with the way, how straight the mounting came out. Just gorgeous. So it's on a flat fold with a little cord to hold it in place. So pretty. So that's that one. And then there are a few more that I have to do for this order, but I'm going to put these out in the mail tomorrow. So this one is a big one, and I'm really excited about this way this one turned out. It has been folded, so I haven't ironed it lately. But this is a wall hanging, and it's just gorgeous. She did a beautiful job. It's autumn. It's very long. I want to say it's 80 some inches. No, it's 42 inches long. So, yeah, she just did a beautiful job. So I just put a couple borders on it. I didn't want to put anything that was going to deter from, or that's not the right word, but is going to distract from the pattern. So I just did some simple things on here. And all I have left to do is sew the sleeve on the back. I'm going to give her the sleeve so that if she wants to put a rod through it to hang it, she can do that. But I'm also going to sew on just 3 little clear rings. So if she wants to just put a nails up or tacks or whatever and hang it that way, she can too. So she has 2 options. So again, this is autumn. Ooh, beautiful. So Pat, I hope you love these. I really enjoyed working on them. So those are going out tomorrow. And I think that's all I have for I forgot to show you one more finish. This one, so Pat wanted a block finish, and this piece is a little bigger than I would normally choose to do a block finish, but it turned out beautifully and I'm thrilled with it. So this is the one. It looks so cute. I love it. Look at that. She's got this beautiful sparkle fabric. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in it, but I had to keep the sparkle going. And what I did is I needed to raise it a little bit because with this tool, it wasn't going to sit level. So what I did was I took some mini spools and I stained them, and they are the legs. It just looks so cute. There you go. So I forgot about that one. I wanted to show you that one too. Finishes. But I did forget to show you one whip. So I mentioned that I had the hippo going for softball practice. I was thinking of other things I could do that were easier to see at softball practice. And so I pulled out something that has been kind of sitting for a very long time. And that is some of my wool applique. And so I'm going to show you first one of the blocks that's done, so you can see kind of what the goal is. And these I started a couple of years ago too. I actually was doing wool applique before I started cross stitching again in October of 2020. So prior to that is when I've been working on this for probably 6 months before I started cross stitching again. So this is a quilt, and so these are blocks, and the first one was an S, which I will show you later when I've promised a lot of you kind of a not a tutorial, but an informational video about wool applique. So I plan to show you all of these then. But this was the second block, and this is an E. And so these are all wool pieces, and then they're embroidered. And so you can see the embroidery that I've done here. I mean, on the handles of the scissors, the flowers in the iron. There are a lot of things that I will add later because I don't want to put the beads on, like the pins, before I have it quilted and things like that. Here, look at the handle. I'm proud of that swirly on the handle. Now, one thing that I do want to say about these is wool applique can be as elaborate or simple as you want it to be. It doesn't have to be super fancy. So I don't let what I have done here deter you from trying it, because it does not have to be fancy at all. But I did want to show you this book. This book that I use, Creative Stitching by Sue Spargo. And I'm going to show you the block that I'm working on now, which is the W. And so I've started, this is the beginning stages of the embroidery that I want to do on this particular letter. Now you can see I haven't done, like I've done this strawberry, but then when you get down here, I haven't done this leaf. I did all the strawberries, but I haven't done the leaves, so those still need to be done. So it can be, like I said, it can be as simple or as difficult as you want. Like the scissors, all I did was outline those. And it's not hard to do, I promise. So what I was going to say about this is the beginning of the stitch that I want to do on the W. This book is what I use to tell me how to do it. And it is so easy, step by step. This is what I'm going for here. And this will tell me step by step how to do it. And once you start doing it, you pick it up really quickly. Once you see the results and like, oh, that's how it happens, and then it goes really quickly. So that's another whip. That is a softball whip. So I'll be working on that, and I will keep you posted on that as well. I'm not going to have 50 wool applique whips going. I promise you that. I'm going to stick with this one and keep working on it until it's done. But there are several small projects that you can do, that you can find. Shabby Fabrics is a website, and they have some free wool applique mug rugs, and there's some other things on there too. Mug rugs and gosh, I can't remember what the other ones were, but they're really cute, and I've done a couple of those for my mom. And also Buttermilk Basin. I love Buttermilk Basin. This quilt is one of theirs, and they have lots and lots of small starter kits that you can do that come with everything. And I think I mentioned before, if you have the opportunity to buy a kit, especially in wool applique, I would say do it, because there's not set colors of things that you can find later. It's a one-off. We dyed this many for kits and that's it. But it's a great way to build your stash, so you don't have to go in blind and try to find something that works, if that makes sense. You've got the colors that were intended for it. It just makes everything so much easier. But it's really fun and beautiful and simple. I just love it. It gets my creative juices flowing. So if you have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'd be happy to help you with that. I will be doing some videos. I mentioned that I slammed my thumb in the car door back in November, and so I'm not going to show you the front of it, but it's still growing out. It's up to about here. I have about 1/8 of an inch left to grow it out before you're not grossed out by it. So I will do it as soon as we get to that point. So that's my wool applique whip. So I wanted to share with you some stitchy kindness that I've received over the last month. And you guys are so generous and sweet, and I am so blessed. I don't know what to say. You guys are amazing. So the first one I want to show you is I was in an exchange for the spring through Stacy Stitch's Facebook page. And I just love doing these. I love seeing the creativity of other people, and I love making things for others. So I really had so much fun with this. And what they do is they kind of ask you what your interests are. And one of the questions was, what's your favorite food? And my answer to that question has always been anything bread and cheese. Pizza, garlic bread, anything with cheese and bread, as you can tell, is my favorite. So she was so cute. I'm going to put a picture here because I've been through everything in the box already, but she put those little breadsticks with the cheese on the side. It was perfect. I thought it was great. So thank you. And I wanted to show you this beautiful little pen she gave me. It's purple with a big bling on the end. I love my bling. Some beautiful purple flosses, and I've already stolen one out of here, so there were 6. So thank you so much. They're gorgeous. And then this beautiful pin. How pretty is that? And everything wrapped up in purple trim, which I can always use. Spring salt boxes, which I've been wanting to do these. After I got this, I had to go and buy the autumn ones. So I have those. And then this is just stunning. And I can't find the card that she sent me with it. Tells me, I want to say this is over 1 on 25 count. Look at that. So this is another one like I was talking about earlier by Plum Street. This one is Hello Spring, and the one I did was Spring Has Sprung. So this is another example Isn't that gorgeous? And I mean, here's my hand. Look how tiny it is. And that she said this was her first flat fold. This is beautiful, my friend. Just gorgeous. I am so happy to have this, and I am so grateful. Thank you, thank you. You did a beautiful job. It's just gorgeous. I love looking at it. It's gorgeous. So thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I love all that stuff. And then I got another package. This one is from Debbie. She sent me this beautiful card with a very sweet note inside. She sent me some wool applique kits, or not kits, but patterns. This is nutmeg hair. Oh, this is the Santa Helpers by Nutmeg Hair. How cute is that? I think they call these candle mats. And then this one is called Heavenly Table Quilts by Bare Roots. So pretty. And these are just smalls. They're not terribly big. She also sent me Whimsy Witch's Angry House by Teresa Kogut. Who doesn't love an angry house? And she sent me Early Christmas Morning by Blackbird. Oh, I don't have this one. I'm so happy to have it. Debbie, thank you so much. And then she also sent me some things. She said some goodies from my sewing room to yours. And so she sent me these beautiful little lavender. You can't tell they're lavender. They're getting blown out. There you go. Little lavender scissors that I love so much. And this beautiful, it looks vintagey. I don't know if it is or not, but it's so cute. And this is a sewing kit. How cute is that? Debbie, my friend, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. You all are so good to me and so kind. And I'm just so grateful for everything. I'm so grateful. And then I got a little card from Joan, just to kind of thinking of you, and some encouraging words. So thank you, Joan, so much. Then I got this beautiful, oh, you guys, this is from Michelle, and look at that card. It's got cross stitches and straight stitches, and I'm sure she made this herself. It says CNE Custom Express on the back. So that was just a little happy birthday card, which I love so much. I'm going to keep it forever. It's beautifully done, Michelle. Thank you so much. Then I got a cute little note from Annie the Proper Stitcher. I was so happy that I was included with all of these other floss tubers who got this. I feel like a big girl. And it's so pretty. It's a little hair. Oh my gosh, I love it. And then I got a happy birthday card from another Joan. How pretty is that? This is another one I think she probably made herself. It's just beautiful. Just beautifully done. So sweet. Okay, and then lastly for the Happy Mail, this is all Happy Mail, you guys. This is so sweet. This is from my dear friends Nancy and Jenny, Bougie Stitchers. Just because it's blows me away that they would think of me and send me this wonderful thing. So this bag came from Jenny and Nancy. Look at this gorgeous pull. That is beautiful. This fabric, look how amazing that fabric is. I love it so much. And the quilted inside, that's quilted. It's not a cheater. It's quilted. How beautiful is that? I am blown away. You guys, I love you so much. Thank you for thinking of me. Thank you so much. all of you. This is amazing stuff, and I'm so, so grateful. Happy mail is never expected or necessary in any way, but I just can't thank you enough. I'm so grateful, and hope you know that. This is a lot of work that went into all of these things, so your time and your thinking of me means so much to me. Thank you so much. Okay, really quickly before we move on to haul, which I might add, if you need a refill, now's a good time. It's going to be a while. It's been a month and it's been market. Don't judge me. Okay, I need your help with something. So I know that a lot of you are using Pattern Keeper or Good Notes and things like that to kind of keep your patterns in and mark your patterns as you're stitching. And I really wanted to try that. So I have a tablet, but it's one of those, it's an Android, but it's a Amazon Fire tablet. And everything I've tried to find to go on my tablet is not available for this tablet. So I thought maybe some of you might have an idea of what I can use, if there's a program out there specifically available to this, if you've had this problem before. I've looked for Good Notes. I've looked for, I think, I can't remember if Microsoft has, if Good Notes is Microsoft's or if there's another one for Microsoft. I've tried that one. I've tried Pattern Keeper. I've tried to search similar types of programs, and I can't, nothing's working. Even if I go to, this tablet does not have the Google Play Store on it. So you have to go to their website, but then you can't, there's nothing available even if you do that. So anyway, I just thought I would put it out there, see if any of you know anything that might be helpful, that might solve my problem. So if you know anything, let me know. I'd love to hear. Okay, so before I get into haul, I want to show you a video that I took. So I've mentioned before that I belong to a group of stitchers here in the Sacramento area in California called For the Love of Stitches. And we meet about once a month, maybe sometimes twice a month, and we get together and we stitch. Well, here in Sacramento, there are not very many local needlework stores, or LNSs as we like to call them. There's one about 45 minutes away, but it doesn't have a really good selection of anything. And then there's another one that's about an hour and a half away. It's an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes for me near Sacramento. But we have people coming from the whole Sacramento region, so it's even farther for some of them. But that needlework store is called Needle in a Haystack. And so I put together a field trip, I guess you could call it, for us all to go just spend a day at Needle in a Haystack. And oh my goodness, it was so much fun, and there was so much there, and oh my gosh. But even better than that, Needle in a Haystack is celebrating their 25-year anniversary. And so I took a video of the owner, Kathy, and she was talking about a little exclusive that they have. So I'm going to insert that here. Hope you enjoy it.
I'm Kathy from Needle in a Haystack, and Monday, March 27th, is the shop's 25th anniversary. Yes, we are officially, what's that, the silver anniversary, I think now? I guess it's our silver jubilee. And we announced at the beginning of February, a Hands Across the Sea sampler exclusive to us called Sarah Render 1841. She's got these lovely birds. I'm going to actually take her out of the package because it'll be much easier to see the chart. The thing that attracted me to it when Nicola showed it to me last year was the fact that, unlike a lot of other samplers where you get birds that are very out of scale with the rest of the design, these are the primary focus of the design, and they look like real birds. We think they might be mourning doves, and they are having a fun time in a bird bath. and there's a really great border that's kind of almost geometric, but not quite, kind of a floral geometric.
Beautiful.
But I just thought it was really lovely, loved the colors, and thought it was really fun. We're doing it in DMC, which I don't have the kit here for, but this is Soie d'Alger, Soie Surfine, and Soie 100. And then this is, I've been stitching samples, so this is the stitched version of that motif.
Oh, it's so pretty.
This is on 38 count legacy linen called Filbert with Soie 100. And I like the coverage of Soie 100. In our Facebook group for the Stitch Along, I did stitch samples of all 4 threads on all of the fabric counts so that people could see what it looks like when it's stitched.
That's a great idea.
So I did, this is one of them. So I did this so that you could see that's DMC, that's Soie d'Alger, Soie 100, and Soie Surfine. So you can kind of see what the coverage looks like.
Yeah,
so I did it on all the legacy linens, and then I did it on 28, 32, 36, 40, 46, 56.
Oh my goodness.
So that
What
people-
count is this one?
This one is 38. So
Okay.
this is 38 count over 2.
Gorgeous.
So the solid color is a legacy linen, and then for the model was actually stitched on Lakeside, and it's called Vintage Maple Sugar, and that's what this looks like. So this has a bit of modeling to it, not a huge amount. It's a very similar color, has a tiny bit more of a just kind of pinky purple cast to it than just the pinky cast this one has.
Gorgeous.
But it has nice movement. I like Lakeside because I really like Pat, but also like Lakeside because I like the movement in the vintage fabrics. It's not super saturated. It's not super modelly. For
Right.
something like this where you want the birds to be the focus, the fabric doesn't really take over and scream at you. And it goes really nice. It goes really lovely with all of the colors.
Gorgeous.
And then I'm doing, so the other part of my life is I own lasers. Not like things for people, things for actually like, you know, lasers that you cut stuff out of. So I'm doing a Dove thread keep. There's 22 holes to match the 22 colors.
Oh, great.
A little scissor fob. Actually, sorry, that's the needle minder. This is the scissor fob. So yeah, we're super excited. We'll probably start shipping middle part of April. We'll probably ship through the summer because
Okay.
getting supplies is
Yeah.
sometimes a challenge.
And how do people purchase it?
You can order from needlestack.com. So if you go to needlestack.com, on the homepage, there's a link with a picture, and it's got a link to the order page. And then if you want to join our Stitch Along group, which is on Facebook, it's under the name Sarah Render 1841, and there's a link for that on the homepage as well.
Perfect.
Sherry Clough Haddington is going to be running the Stitch Along. She's also has done some of the previous ones for some of the hat samplers.
Okay.
So she's excited to be doing that. Anyway, we're doing
Okay.
We're super
Thank you
excited
so
about it.
much.
Thank you,
Congratulations
and thanks for
on
visiting today.
Thank you, and congratulations on 25 years.
I know it sometimes it seems like it's only been 5, and sometimes it seems like it's been 50.
Right. Thank you.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Oh, isn't that a beautiful chart? I can't believe it. It's gorgeous. So if you want to get your hands on it, I would jump on it as soon as you can. That was filmed a couple of weeks ago. I was planning to film back then, but life. We'll talk about that later. So Kathy and the staff, I just want to say thank you so much for letting us come and invade your space. We had so much fun, and I hope it paid off for you, because a lot of us were leaving with empty wallets, which is a good thing for you and for us. So, with that, I'm going to go into haul, and I'm going to start with my Needle in a Haystack haul. This is one that I've seen many times, and I keep wanting to get it. I suspect I might already have it, but we'll see. I need to go check. Stitch All the Things by Erica Michaels. There's a berry and a pillow option. This is With This Needle I Thee Thread by Hands On Design. And so I picked this up, and it comes with some little charms. I've been wanting to make myself a needle book. I made one for StitchCon Exchange last year, and I thought ever since then I've wanted one for myself, and I just haven't done it. This is something I have been wanting to try for so long. So I watch Country Stitchers, Liz and Deb, And Liz does these amazing peyote fobs. And they had a kit, and this one has a spool. And I wanted to try it so bad. So I went ahead and bought it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm really looking forward to trying this. So hopefully it'll go off without a hitch. We'll see. I picked up one of the blackbirds that I didn't have. Sewing Club. This is a Big Mama Jamma. It's got lots and lots and lots and lots of pages. This one has 16 projects. I love this one. There's a couple in here that I am dying to stitch, so you will be seeing them soon, I hope. Then I got some, what is this called? Velveteen. This is a very pretty lilac color, and then a plum color. Gotta have those. I got some stickers for my planner. This is Rainbow Gallery. You may have heard of, what's it called? Whisper Thread. This one's called Eyelash, and it looks a little bit more, it looks like more fluff. So I wanted to try that. And then I saw this and I thought, I wonder how that would go in a Christmas stitch. This is by Threadworks. And this is C3100. And this is... It's on white. This is like it's almost like a tinsel. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. And so I thought I would try that on a Christmas stitch for maybe some snowflakes or something. I think it would have to be a smaller count, lower count. But that'll be interesting to try. I'm going to get myself all mixed up here. Please hold. Gosh. Okay. I got some beautiful little pins. Can you see those? These are purple and green and white. Gotta have some pins. And then I saw these. Oh my goodness. Those are so pretty. Again, you see things in person and it's hard to walk away. And then they had some fabric from Market that they had out. This is 40 count Medusa's Gaze by Lap and Loops. That's pretty true to color. It's a mottled gray, and it's pretty strong modeling. It's just beautiful. So there's that one. This one I've already chopped up, but this is 46 count Duxbury by Fox and Rabbit. Every single piece I've seen of this has been completely different. I initially picked it up because these splotches were they were more diluted, I guess you could say, than the small ones. I don't know. But different areas of it are going to be different. And I love it for things that you want to look... Oh, no. That was bad. For things that you want to look old, I think this is a beautiful color. See, look at the difference between these two. This folded area and the other piece. Yeah. So, which is kind of nice because you can pick which area you like better. It's like getting 2 fabrics in one, or 3 or 4 fabrics in one. And then I got, this one is Weeks Dye Works Cocoa. This is 46 count. I'm always looking for a non-green brown color. it's a little bit darker than it's showing. But it's a beautiful piece. So, got that one. And I got, this is 40 Count Graveyard Mist by Lapin Loops. This is another one of the market pieces. And it's just a very faintly, it's white mottled with gray. And I don't really have anything like this. I don't have any light colors. Most of my colors are tans to darker. So this is not a good representation of it. It's much more, it's almost got a bluish, the modeling is almost a little bit blue-gray. Yeah, I would say. But it's beautiful. So I can't wait to put something on that one too. And then lastly, at Needle in a Haystack, I have seen, I started quilting when my daughter was born, so almost 30 years ago. And ever since then, I mean, I don't know how old this was, but I mean, it has to be pretty old because I remember seeing it. Oh, it's not that old. It's 2016. Okay, so I'm a liar. This is the Raven, which is by Blackbird Designs. And it's just gorgeous. I would like to do this. It's an applique quilt. Here's the picture of the full thing. I would like to do this in wool applique. But it's just so gorgeous. I think Blackbird must have had another quilt out that was similar to this. I want to say it had one big piece in the corner. Maybe that's the one I was thinking of. But this I've seen too, and I just love it. I just think it's beautiful. So I have this too. I haven't been through it, so I don't know if there's any cross stitch in it. But it's just gorgeous, just beautiful. So I can't wait to try it. That was my Needle in a Haystack haul. Now, I don't know if you all remember, but I was in a car accident back in, I think it was August, late August, something like that. And I got a new car, and I've been wanting something to put on my car that has to do with cross stitch. So I went on Etsy and I did a little search for cross stitch window decals, and I found this one. Yes, I did. I'm putting it on. And I found this one. I'm not going to use them both. No, I'm not. But I haven't decided which one. So if you're interested, this is Capesandcraftsbycat.com. She has these, and you can choose what size you want and what color you want. So she can do them at like 3 inches up to like 8 inches. There's a whole bunch of colors. Of course, you know, I picked the purple. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that in case you were interested. I don't know. I can't decide which one I want to do. I love the My Whip one though. If you know, you know. Okay, I bought myself a project bag. This is by the 805 Stitcher. J. Wicker Frisch fabric. I love it so much. She did a beautiful job. And I already have a project in here that I haven't started yet. It's just kitted. Look at the inside fabric. Oh. Tomatoes. Beautifully done. Gorgeous. Thank you so much. Okay, I have more haul. So, I think this might have been before market that I bought these. I know one of them was. So I have a pattern here that I purchased, but I did not print the cover page, but this is pretty much what it is. So I'll just show you this. Yep, I bought it. So there's that. And then around St. Patrick's Day, I bought this one. So I'm hoping to have this one done by next year. And I saw someone else had this, and was it Kathy from Two Needles Pulling Thread? I can't remember, but somebody had this and said she wanted to purplize it a little bit. And I am looking forward to seeing what that looks like because I love the purple. Stacy also sent a bunch of free charts from Market. Oh, hey friend, let's stitch. Oh, I just love that one. That's one of the Teresa Kogut ones. So those are from Stacy. Then I placed an order through XQ Designs. And she had some beautiful flosses that were calling my name. I was showing you earlier the Flosstube Friends stitch. And I was looking for colors for gray hair because my hair is, let's, call it like it is. It's gray. So I found this on XQ Designs and it's like a brown with silver. It's not quite as dark as I thought it would be, so I don't know if it'll work for that. But then I also found this, which is gray and silver, which is beautiful. I might try that. And then I saw she had some beautiful purples, and so I had to pick those up. Gorgeous. And then I got 40 count old linen, Newcastle 40 count. Beautiful. It's a little bit darker than that, but it's so pretty. I love X Jude. I love everything she does. It's just amazing. She does a beautiful job. So that's those. And then I got I belong to the Floss Club for Stitch New England. And we were getting C's. And now all of a sudden, these are all different colors, all different letters. So I think this is like a catch-up month where some of the ones that weren't available are now available. And so we're going back, but these are gorgeous. I love weeks. So beautiful. I have a lot to show you. I mean, I'm about halfway through, but I'm not going to go through every color in the interest of time. Okay. I can't remember. This is like a little stack that I don't remember where they came from. But I got this one. I'd Rather Be Stitching. And I've already kitted this one up. I'm looking forward to doing this one. I picked up this one a while ago, before St. Patrick's Day. This is Irish Kisses by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I picked up this one. I have two friends that have coffee bars, and I thought this would be really good for them. Cute. This is Back to the Grind by Silver Creek Samplers. Sorry about the glare. This one is so pretty. This might be a market release. I'm not positive. This is Summer Garden at Cranberry Manor by Pansy Patch Quilts. Their stuff reminds me a little bit of Blackbird. I just think it's so pretty. Love that one. This one has been calling my name for years, so I got it. This is Summer at Hollyberry Farms by Stacey Nash. I just love it. The big house and the patriotic theme. This one, Cardinals speak to me a little bit more now than they ever did before. And so I got this one because I love a New Year stitch, and that one has two cardinals. So that's perfect. It's so pretty. Oh, sorry. It's, what's the name of it? I think it's called Happy New Year by Rovaris. Yeah, Happy New Year. Then I got some more ornaments. This is Zinc House Row by Hands On Design. I love these shaped ones. So pretty. They're so pretty when they're finished. And Noel. So pretty. And then I got, again, for my coffee bar friends, Coffee Warms the Soul. Oh, Coffee Break by Shannon Christine. And I encourage you, if you have not seen Shannon Christine's work, it is stunning. Her color choices are just beautiful. If you like the colorful, you have to go check it out. She's got some beautiful, beautiful charts. Just gorgeous. Oh. Okay, now for my market haul. Of course I had to get this one. This is Immortal by Lucy Beam. Buying cross stitch like I'm immortal. If this part of the video isn't proof of that, I don't know what is. This is Market Bouquet by Cherry Hill Stitchery. I just thought that was so pretty. I might switch it to purples, but I don't know. It's just gorgeous. Honey Fair by October House. We have a thing about bees in my family. My grandmother's name, my Nana's name was Bee, and her favorite color was yellow. So we all love a good bee. Then there was this one. This one is called Happily Ever After by Rebel Stitcher. And I'm going to show this to you, but I'm not going to read it in case there's any little ears in the room. But I love this so much. Yep. Yes. Yes. So, that's going in my very soon pile. I wish it were true, but anyway. And of course, those of you who know me know this is my dream man. This is My Angel Mother by Finally a Farm Girl. That's my man. Love him so much. And then this one took forever to come in, so I didn't get my market stuff for like a month because they were waiting for this pattern. So I'm thrilled to have it and all of my market stuff finally. This is My Home Sweet Home by With Thy Needle and Thread. So I think that house needs to be purple. What do you think? And I got the recipe book. I'm so excited. There's a couple in here that are beautiful. I mean, they're all beautiful, but there's a couple that I need to stitch now. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I got one more bundle I ordered from Country Sampler. Yes, I did. Told you it was a lot. I hope you're still with me. This one is not marked. So, oh, this is chocolate milk. I don't know who dyed it. Oh, fabric, hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie. Fabrics by Stephanie. This is very pretty too. It's just a really nice brown tan color. And this is, it says 40Z, 46Z. So it should be 46, but I don't know because it's not marked on the fabric. So I'm not sure what it is. But it's beautiful, nonetheless. Then another Blackbird. This is In Friendship's Way. So I think it was my last floss tube. I showed you a little box that Michelle got me. And it's a box with windowed sides. And I mentioned that there were some strawberries that I wanted to put in it. And this is what I want to do. Only I want to do them in 46 count, so they're smaller. And I also want to do the sampler bottom of the box, kind of like Michelle did. If I can find the picture, I'll put it in here. But yeah, that's the goal. That's why I bought this one. And this is just stunning. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. This one doesn't say how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. I think it has 13 projects in it. Just gorgeous. So, looking forward to that one. Then Michelle and I were doing Animal Cracker Sow, and I had heard that there were some animal crackers by Stacy Nash. She does the little animals that you can stuff them or whatever. I had heard that there were some smaller ones, and I saw this and I had to get it. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Look at that. Look at it. This is Animal Cracker Crumb series, and this is Quincy. She's so clever. How cute is he? This one is by Plum Street, which is one of my favorites. Crone on the Hill. So pretty. And then here's my autumn salt boxes. I had to get those after I got my Stitchy Kindness in the mail, my spring one. So now I have autumn too. Autumn also. And then I think, oh no, this isn't the last one. There's one more big, okay. There's this, I got Souvenirs of Summer. This one I love. And then there are also these. And I love this one too. So pretty. So I think I have almost all the Blackbird books that I really wanted to have. That's that. Now, I bought myself a birthday present. Yeah. Okay, this is something that I've wanted for a very, very long time. Only this version of it is so far above what I even wanted before that I just can't even stand it. I love it so much. So, this is my birthday present to myself. Look at this gorgeous, amazing basket. Oh my goodness. Leather straps. Here's the bottom. It's so beautiful. It's gorgeous. So, this basket is by Danny's Collectibles. Danny's Collectibles. And her Etsy is Danny's Collections. And it looks like she has a website too, joannascollections.com. Now, I saw this on her website, and this is, she has different patterns. This one's called Plaid, and you can choose different colors. But the one that she had for sale was a little bit smaller, and I wanted my project bags to fit in it. So I sent her a message on Etsy and asked her if she could make them any bigger, and she said, absolutely. Just let me know how much, what size you want. And I had this within a week. She handmade this, stained it, handmade it, and had it to me in a week. It is, I am so pleased with this. I am so excited to have it. It's just beautiful. Here's what the bottom looks like. Oh, it's gorgeous. So this is my birthday present to myself, and I'm very happy about it. Yes. Okay, so that's all oh, no, I take that back. It's not all I have. So my plans. I wanted to tell you a little bit about what I'm planning partly because I want to hold myself accountable to it. And by telling you, it means I have to do it, right? So this is April. I want to work on some of my ornaments this month. Next month is May, and I want to focus on some of my big projects. What are you doing? What are you doing? I want to work on some of my big projects in May. And then in June, I am bringing back the summer stocking sale. So what that was, and I will put down here the Flosstube where I talked about it last year. But there, I have a thing for stockings. Stockings all year long for different occasions. Preferably not Christmas. Stockings for other things. I just love them to death. Blackbird has a whole series. Yes, Blackbird has a whole series. They have a book of Halloween ones. There are a couple of Halloween ones that I have found that I started. I think I started both, at least one of them. There's the autumn one by, what's it called? Olga Stocking by Plum Street, which I have done. There's all kinds of them out there. There's some by Plum Street that are patriotic. There's some by Plum Street that are Thanksgiving stockings. So if you want to go back and look at that one, I'll put the episode number here. But I thought I would let you know about it now so that if you want to kit some things up, we would love to have you join us. That's another one that is done with me and Michelle Hudson of Sacramento, California. And we're both working on the Quaker stocking by, it's not Kathy Barrick, it's the company, her sister, I'm saying it all wrong. I'll put it here. Sorry, I forgot. I can't remember it. So I wanted to just kind of give you a heads up about that. In July, I'm doing Christmas in July, and that's about as far as I have planned so far. And I don't like to give myself strict rules, strict things to go by. You may know that by listening to me so far, but even my WhipGo, I have kind of, as long as I touch what's on my WhipGo, then that's good enough. So that's what I've been doing. I've been getting probably 2 or 3 days in on those things, but it gives me a reason to touch some things that I haven't in a long time, may have forgotten about. So that's good enough for me. I like to do what I want when I want. And so that's how I roll, especially right now. Things are just crazy. So I want to be able to do what I want to do. So anyway, those are my plans. If you have any questions, if you have any feedback for me about the tablet, that would be great. And next we're going to do giveaways. Last episode's giveaways here. And if you hear your name, I would love it if you would please send me an email with your mailing address so that I can get these out to you. My email address is in the description box. Somebody's making a pest of herself tonight. Do you just want to say hi? Do you want to say hi to the peoples? Yeah? My sweet girl. Okay, anyway, sorry. Okay, number 5 was the cross stitch collector from the Primitive Hair, and that comes with the board. And the winner of that one, I have covered up my notes, is Christine Crane. So Christine, if you could please send me your mailing address, I will get this out in the mail to you. Number 4 was Hear the Crickets Sing by Blackbird Designs. And the winner of this one is Sarah P. Sarah P. Congratulations. Number 3 is the Little Red Schoolhouse Pin Keep. I really enjoyed doing this one. I hope you will too. The winner is Caitlin Arnold. Caitlin, congratulations. Number 2 is a set of 4 of the stockings that I just mentioned by Blackbird Designs. And the winner of this one is Karen Price. Karen, please send me your mailing address. And lastly, we have a Told in the Garden, and this one is called Simple Gifts. Sorry. And the winner of this one is Jennifer Bluebaugh. Jennifer, congratulations. Okay. What's happening here? What's happening? What are you doing? She's not getting enough attention. This has gone on long enough. Huh. Okay. So those are the the giveaways for last week. Now, this week's giveaways are the same rules as last time. Please be 18 years of age or older. Please don't say anything related to a giveaway, win, or anything like that in your comments. Please be a subscriber to my channel. And what is the question? I would like to know if I were to do a finishing tutorial, what type of finish would you like to see done? That's my question. Okay. So if you answer the question and then in that comment also include the number or numbers of the items that you'd like to win, that would be great. Okay, there's a bug flying around. Sorry, it's distracting me. Number 5 is Quilting Bee Hearts by the Cricut Collection. This is an older chart. Who doesn't love some hearts? Okay. Number 2 is another Told in the Garden. This one is called Amish Shadow Quilts. And this one is open, but it's never been used. The tag is right there. So this is Amish Shadow Quilts. Told in the Garden. That's number 2. Number 3 is Spring by Country Cottage Needleworks. Cute. Number 3. Number 4 is a good one. This is from Fat Quarter Shop's Cross Stitch University, which is a beginners kind of program that they did last year. This is, what is this called? I think it's called Love, and this is a full kit. So if there's someone in your life who you would love to teach to cross stitch, this is a perfect opportunity. It comes with 10 count even weave and all the flosses. So this is number 4. And then lastly, I finished this not too long ago, and with StitchCon coming up again, I thought that I would give away this chart. This is last year's StitchCon chart, and if you've ever been to StitchCon, you could always just change the date up here. But I think everything on here is relevant no matter when you went. So if you would like to stitch that, this is number 5. Okay, so the question again is, if I were to do a finishing tutorial, what type of finish would you like to see? And if you could please make sure you are a subscriber, that would be wonderful. And don't say anything about winning or giveaways or anything like that. And please be 18 years old or older. Okay, so that's all I have for the cross stitch. I do have a life update. If you don't want to hear about that, then I will see you next time, and thank you for visiting. And please be sure to subscribe and like and click the little bell so you'll be notified when I post a new video. Okay, for those of you who want to stick around, I don't even know where to start. There's been so much going on. I will start with my birthday trip to Texas. I'm going to put some pictures in here. This is my bestie, Jessica. We have been friends for 33 years. We figured out this weekend, or the weekend I was there. this is one of those cases of opposites attract. She is completely opposite from me. I'm kind of an introvert. She is an extrovert to the end. She is a rap music lover. I'm a country music girl. But as I mentioned earlier, we've always kind of balanced each other out and, you know, kept each other on track. She's kept me having fun, and I've kept her from having too much fun, I guess. But being there with her was just what I needed. I felt like Jess and I have lived together at different times in our lives when we needed each other, and raised our kids together during those times. And I just felt like I stepped back in time. So it was just beautiful and amazing. And I'm so grateful to her for letting me come and have a little getaway. I needed it badly. So that was wonderful. I love her so much, and I don't know what I'd do without her. We went back to court, I believe, since the last time. Maybe it was before. I can't remember now. They all run together. But the kids, there was no settlement. And so we will be going to trial in September. And I just hope everybody gets what they want, if there's a way. I just hope everybody gets what's best for them and what they want, if that's possible. The kids are doing fairly well. There's one that's been struggling a little bit, but things are looking up. Excuse me. I mentioned my oldest nephew is headed off to New York to college. And so we're working on getting everything in line for that. Just a lot of work to get all that in line. Softball season has started back up. So the 3 girls are in softball. So weekends they're in competitive softball. So some weekends there are sometimes 5 games in a weekend. So there's a lot going on there. Weekends are very full. My work is going great. Oh, speaking of work, I was at work the other day and I was putting on an event, and I happened to look over in the lobby where we were putting on this event, and there are 2 lovely ladies there cross-stitching. And I was so excited because you don't see people just cross-stitching in the wild very often. So I was excited about that. I went and asked them, "What are you stitching? I'd love to see it." And one of them said, "I know you. I watch your Flosstube." And I was just like, oh my gosh, that is so exciting. I've never had that happen before. So that was a lot of fun. So I want to say hi to Susan and Eileen. It was so nice meeting you ladies. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was really tickled me. So that was great. Let's see. I feel like there was so many things I wanted to tell you, but now that I'm sitting here, I can't think of any of them. Huh. Yeah, I guess that's it. I thought there was a lot to tell you, but that's about it. Oh, the biggest and best news there is. My niece is 13, and we all know about 13-year-old girls. She shocked me last weekend. She came and stayed the weekend with me at the tiny house, and she asked me to teach her how to cross stitch. 13-year-old girl. Yes, she did. She asked me to teach her how to cross stitch. I'll put some pictures in here. You could have knocked me over. I was so excited. And by the way, we had a blast together. I introduced her to some of the music I listened to back in the day. She learned a lot about me, and I learned a lot about her. And it was just one of those magical weekends that you don't get very often. So I was thrilled, to say the least. So, Ellie Boo, if you're watching this, I love you, baby. And yes, she does want to be a star of Flosstube, so you may see her in the future. She's wonderful. Okay, I think that's it, folks. I love you all. I can't wait to see you at StitchCon. Oh my gosh, it's coming. I'm so excited. I still haven't picked an exchange piece yet, so that's something else I need to get on. Yeah, I think that's all I got. So thank you so much for joining me. I know it's a long one. It's been a while, so thanks for putting up with me, for being patient with me, and for coming back. So I love you all so much. I hope you're doing well. I know there's lots going on in the country. You know, I just really hate it when these things come up that divide us. And I just want to remind you that all of our opinions are valid. We don't have to agree. So please keep that in mind. And please pray for those folks who are suffering, whether it be natural disasters or unnatural disasters. Please pray for them. And I will be thinking about you till the next time. Can't wait to see you again. Thank you all for being here. Bye.